Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good afternoon. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You're all here today for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested. As you appear before me today, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the State Attorney's Office if they can prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you're arrested on a warrant or a new charge. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any conditions of release that will be imposed upon you. You are entitled to have a lawyer represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, I will appoint one for you today. You are also entitled not to make any statements. You're entitled to remain silent. This hearing is recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes.
All right, go ahead and put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward. Michael Barrentos. Sorry. Can I have your date of birth? Can I have your date of birth?
May 25th, 2000.
You were here today for a domestic battery. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes.
Okay, I'll point to the Public Defender's Office. State to see your prior record?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, I have an address for you on Morven Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
5 years now.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a processing associate in Goodwill.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $500. I'm going to order that you have no contact with the victim in your case. Don't have any contact with Raymond Ramos whatsoever. Okay, do not call, do not write, do not email. Any way that you can imagine having contact with Raymond, I forbid you from doing so. If he calls you, you need to turn around and go the other way. If you see him out in the store, turn around and go the other way. If he calls you, you need to hang up the phone. All right, I need to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case Mr. Ramos wants to file any civil paperwork on you. I've appointed the Public Defender's Office, and we'll see you back to court June 14th at 9 a.m. William George. Can I have your date of birth?
March 14, 1979.
Okay, you are here today for possession of ammunition by convicted felon for 3 separate cases. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office in each of your cases. I have an address here on Lotus Drive in Port Richey. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
21 years.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What kind of work do you do?
I'm a live-in medical caretaker and full power of attorney for my father.
Okay. All right. State, what kind of...
He has a felony possession of firearms or ammo by convicted Florida felon in 2011, where a state prison sentence was imposed. It says 4 years. And then that was out of Pasco County. It also says that he's a multi-source offender, but I'm not showing any out-of-state history, Your Honor.
Okay, but there has to be an actual felony that he had, right?
Correct.
Was that from out of state, sir? The underlying felony?
Ma'am, that information is incorrect.
Where did you get your felony from?
My felony charge was in Pasco County in 2010 for carrying a concealed firearm without a permit, and I was sentenced to 3 years probation.
Okay, gotcha. right, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000 each, and we're going to see you back to court on June 21st at 8:30 in the morning.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ernie Higginbottom. Can I have your date of birth?
4/24/77.
You are here today because there's a written bodily attachment for you, which means you are behind on your child support payments. You're looking for a cash purge to get out of jail at $677. So what's been going on with your child support payments? Why are you behind?
I haven't been working, and I've been incarcerated the last 30 days. I can't.
Where have you been incarcerated? Where have you been incarcerated?
Okeechobee, where I'm from.
Okay. And you've been there for 30 days?
At least 3 weeks.
For
Since the 3rd of May.
For what? For this or something else?
Something else.
Okay. Do you need to go back there after this?
No. If I can ask to be released today, I can come up with a couple hundred, like $300 if I can release and get back home.
Did you resolve your other case?
Yes.
What did you resolve it with? Are you on probation or what?
No, it's just done.
Okay.
But if I can get released today and get back home, I can come up with at least $300, and then the rest of it by next week. I can go back to the job.
When did you move to Okeechobee?
About 8 years ago.
So you provided your new address with
Yes,
the
ma'am.
Department of Revenue and everything?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and your address is Northeast 18th Ave at Okeechobee, 14219?
No, ma'am. It's 6657 Southeast 86th Boulevard.
Okay.
It was 1412. It was 1412, but I just recently moved to this address.
Okay, well,
1412 3rd Street.
Okay.
It's been my address since I've been there.
All right, well, they don't have that as your updated address. They have the 18th Ave one, so that might be part of the problem and why you didn't know that you were going to be going through this process. So you need to get in touch with someone at Child Support Enforcement, and at the clerk of court, you need to fill out a change of address form so they know where to find you. When you had this hearing in October of 2018, you were found to have the ability to pay, and you haven't. It looks like they've been trying to mail you things, and they haven't been able to get in touch with you. So, how much money can you come up with in order to just get out of jail?
I can come up with, if I can get back home to Okeechobee.
No, that's not how it's going to work. That's not how it's going to work. You keep turning it around. How much money can you come up with in order to get out of jail?
I can't come up with nothing until I get back home.
All right, you got the keys to the jail right now. So, how are you going to get money if you're able to get back home?
By my ex-boss, the one I'm going to go back to work for as soon as I get back there.
Does he owe you money?
Yes.
How much money does he owe you?
At least $350.
Okay, and what were you doing for work?
I build decks and stuff for Central Mobile Homes, skirting, and I do mobile home work.
Okay, and is that full time?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been doing that for?
The last 5 years.
Make pretty good money doing that?
Not really.
Okay, you're going to have to get in touch with your boss there at the jail. If you can get in touch with your boss, you're going to ask him for $200 to get out of jail. That's the only way this is going to work. And then when you get out of jail, you need to contact Child Support Enforcement and find out what you need to do about changing your address and when you can get in front of a judge for another hearing so that they can make more determinations about your ability to pay. So you have a $200 cash purge right now. You find $200, you can get out of jail, okay?
$200?
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Patrick Matthew? Can I have your date of birth?
June 23rd, 1996.
You are here for 2 cases of a battery upon a person over the age of 65. I found probable cause for your arrest. You're being held no bond because it's your spouse. It's domestic in nature. Do you want the public defender to represent you on these?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State any prior record?
Paraphernalia adjudication in 2015.
Okay. address you on Centavo Court in Hernando Beach. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
Since December, but I have an injunction there, so I can't go back.
How long have you lived in Hernando County?
13 years.
Okay. Do you have a job?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm going to set your bond at $1,000 each. I've appointed the public defender in both of your cases. We're going to see you back to court June 21st at 8:30 in the morning.
So I do have a bond here?
I'm going to set your bond at $1,000 each.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Larry Schneider. Oh, Mr. Matthew? Mr. Matthew? Mr. Matthew?
Yes.
Don't have any contact with the victim in this case, okay? Don't have any contact with them whatsoever. Don't call, write, email, nothing. Got it?
I have 2 charges here in Hernando, that's correct?
Yes. Okay? Larry Schneider. Date of birth?
10/28/80.
You're here today for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Merritt. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. There's no bond on that violation of probation. We'll see you back in front of Judge Merritt on June 11th at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Michael Willis.
Yes,
Can I have your date of birth?
12/17/75.
You're here today because there's a writ of bodily attachment, which tells me that you have not paid your child support and you are seriously in arrears. So they have a cash purge on that of $879.92. How much money
Correct.
can you come up with in order to get out of jail?
Right now, possibly $100 to $150.
What are you doing for work?
I'm working right now in construction at Aventura Nursery. Finally, I steady work and they're taking child support out of my paycheck. I went through a foreclosure and I was homeless for a while, so I had a lot of problems with child support.
Okay, and you can come up with, what, $100?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You're going to pay $100 in order to get out of jail. And when you get out of jail, you're going to make sure that you get in touch with child support enforcement, make sure they have all of your current, your mailing address, where you're living, and see if you can get with them about resolving this issue so we don't have to do this again, okay?
Absolutely, thank you.
All right. Luis Rodriguez. Good afternoon, Mr. Rodriguez. Can I have your date of birth?
2/17 is both.
Okay. You are here today for 2 counts of armed burglary of a conveyance. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office in both of these cases. I do see that you have a lot of other cases pending right now.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So what we're going to do is, because you were released on those, you committed these 2 other crimes, what we're going to do is hold you into custody right now until we get you back in front of Judge Merritt Judge Toner on June 7th at 8:30 in the morning. Someone from the Public Defender's Office is going to come out and talk to you about that, but you're not getting out of jail right now, or at least until June 7th, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. We're going to RCO him on 2017 PF, pick case 522 and keep the bonds the same on these. All right, Joseph Mazzi.
Judge Hughes, I had on to dispose of his case today.
2019 MM 1382. What are we doing?
Felony drug offender probation, 3-year drug offender probation. He's got retail theft. I got him for 26 time served. We're asking for a time served sentence.
Okay. Sir, you want to take care of your case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you understand that by taking this plea that you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Giving up your right to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove a case against you. Do you want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
With regard to this petty theft charge in 2019, MM1382, how do you plead? You can plead no contest.
No contest?
Accept your plea of no contest, find it's freely and voluntarily entered, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 26 days in the Hernando County Jail, give you credit for the 26 days that you have in. You will have fines and court costs that you need to pay, the public defender fee, and I assume there's restitution?
Yes, Your Honor, there is $129.99 restitution to Publix.
Okay, I'll sign that restitution order today, and that will be assessed against you as well, okay? That takes care of this case, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
Brian Hatton, 2019 MM1384. All right, Mr. Hatton, I have you down that you want to take care of your cases today. Do we have a negotiated disposition? Oh, not even there. Is he supposed to be here?
He's not. Yes, he is supposed to be here, but he's not.
Do you guys have Brian Hatton?
No, ma'am, we were advised that we needed them.
Oh. Okay. Do you know who has first appearance this weekend? Anybody?
I'm sorry.
No.
Okay. What do you want to do? You want to
I think
put
it
him on
might
for
be Judge
Tuesday?
Merritt. I think it might be Judge Merritt. I don't know.
So it is a local, it's a Hernando County judge this
I
weekend?
think it might be, but you couldn't quote me on that.
It
Sorry.
is, Judge. His felon's been resolved with a drug offender CGI, Eric Kippen. He's one of the.
No, I'm asking about the judge over the weekend, this weekend, tomorrow. I'm asking who's on duty tomorrow.
Merritt. I know
Judge
Judge
Merritt.
Merritt.
Okay.
I've got
Okay, so why don't we put him on for tomorrow morning for a change of plea in front of Judge Merritt for first appearance? That will make it easy, and I know Judge Merritt has nothing else to do. So get everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good weekend, Joe.
You too.